Welcome back, warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. As you have seen by the thumbnail, now this is something that, you saw where a J6er that Donald Trump pardoned was shot and unalived. He was taken out just days after he was pardoned. Okay, so in any event, this is like breaking news. Like literally, this just happened. It happened yesterday, but today they finally released his name. And and then there was another person. I'm just like, what? This is crazy. No, okay, y'all, this political thing is just reeks to high heaven. Do you know what I'm saying? It reeks to high heaven. But in any event, don't forget to smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe, hit the all notifications. Make sure you hit like. Stick with me to the very end tonight, guys. And don't forget that my Vince Everett Ellison interview, I plan on pushing that out on Wednesday, the January 29th, 4 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel on YouTube. But before we get further into it, let's just go ahead and say a word of prayer. Dear God, in Jesus' name, Father, we thank you so much for your grace and your mercy. We ask that you continue to bless us with your presence, your peace. Father, let us not worry about things going on in the world. Let us have peace, Father, and hear from you and obey you. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, y'all. We got to get into this whole story about this man. But I want to say hello to everyone. Michael Rodriguez, Vicky Rowe. I think I see Iron Ear, Gwen Murphy. Hello, Michael Rodriguez. Excuse me, Michael Rodriguez. Thank you so much, Michael, for always joining. June Stanley, Unscripted Voices, Tavoris Adams, Chosen Ones. Yes. I don't know why the story is not anywhere else. It literally just broke, guys. It literally just broke. And I'm not playing. This just happened. All right, so I'm just going to play this for you.
Indiana man has died after being shot by a Jasper County Sheriff's deputy during a traffic stop yesterday afternoon.
That man recently pardoned by President Trump for storming the Capitol January 6, 2021. WGN's Christine Flores has details from Lowell, Indiana.
Good evening. Indiana State Police are investigating the shooting that claimed the life of a 42-year-old man from Hobart. Officials claim the man was shot while allegedly resisting arrest. Matthew Huddle of Hobart was shot and killed Sunday afternoon during a traffic stop near the Jasper-Pulaski County lines. That's according to Indiana State Police. Officials say a deputy with the Jasper County Sheriff's Department pulled Huddle's vehicle over on State Route 14 around 4:15, adding that the traffic stop led to the deputy attempting to arrest Huddle. That's when Huddle allegedly resisted and struggled with the officer. Officials say that altercation led to the deputy firing his gun, killing Huddle. According to state police, Huddle was in possession of a firearm during the traffic stop. Huddle, along with his uncle Dale Huddle of Crown Point, were recently pardoned by President Donald Trump for taking part in the January 6, 2021 Capitol riots. According to the FBI, Huddle was inside of the Capitol for 10 minutes, but remained on the Capitol grounds for several hours. Matthew was tracked down and arrested in Boise, Idaho. He was released on July 17th, according to the Bureau of Prisons. In a statement, Sheriff Patrick Williamson of Jasper County said, "Our condolences go out to the family of the deceased, as any loss of life is traumatic to those that were close to Mr. Huddle. I will release the officer's name once I have approval from the state police detectives." State police have not provided further details on why the traffic stop was conducted. The officer involved has been placed on paid administrative leave. That's just protocol and policy in incidents like this. Reporting from the Indiana State Police.
And I just have to say, you guys are saying that he had something to expose. It said he was in possession of a firearm, and in November of 2023, Matthew Huddle was sentenced to 6 months in prison related to the J6. He pleaded guilty to illegally entering and remaining in a restricted area. He traveled to D.C. with his uncle, Dale Huddle, to attend the J6 pro-Trump rally. They both entered the Capitol building, and he took pictures. It was caught on video. His uncle, Dale Huddle, pleaded guilty to more serious charges of 2.5 years in prison for assaulting law enforcement with a dangerous weapon. And you know, it's stated here that the Indiana State Police are leading the investigation into Huddle's death. And of course, the deputy responsible for unaliving him is on paid administrative leave during this investigation. So what are you guys saying out here in the comments? Okay. Yes, yes. Oh, Lord. Someone said, oh, no, I wonder if they just wanted to silence him. I don't know. I really don't know. This is something that I saw and I was like, you have got to be kidding me. And other things are out here. I'm just saying other things are out here. This world is turning into, boy, it's turning into something crazy. So I wanted to share other things regarding this. It's a lot out here. It really is a lot out here. I'm just on my social media. And again, this is Matthew Huddle. He was pardoned by Trump. He just was pardoned. And this was done by a Jasper County Sheriff's deputy during a traffic stop in Indiana, following an altercation with the officer. Says he was armed and he resisted arrest. 42-year-old Matthew Huttle, Matthew W. Huttle, said he was resisting arrest. So we're going to look at some other things here. Sorry if I'm scrolling really fast, trying to get back to where I was. Here's a picture. It says, it was just reported that Matthew Huddle was shot and unalived by police last night after being pulled over in Indiana. He was a J6 defendant who served 6 months in prison at USP Thompson, the same institution that I was held in. Matt pictured on the left here. And it says, he and my buddy, Dan, used to walk the track in the recreation yard. This person right here is Alexander Shepard. And it says that Matthew was a patriot who hated government corruption and loved his family. I had the pleasure of knowing him, and it was clear that he had a very big heart. We sometimes worried about Matt because he did not know where he was going to live after leaving prison. And at one point, the government supposedly wanted him to move to Washington, D.C. for his supervised release. I hope we obtain body cam footage from the police officer who fatally shot my friend immediately, and that investigators uncover the truth. Regardless of whether the officer was in the wrong or not, I think it is fair to say that this man was another victim of Joe Biden's weaponized DOJ, allegedly. I hope Matthew Huddle rests in peace and pray we do not see any more tragic stories like this one stemming from political persecution to the highest degree. Now, man, this stinks, guys. Here's someone else talking about it. I'm just going to play this. Could this be as a result of the DOJ?
Yesterday, January 26th, Sunday, a Hobart man, now this is my backyard, folks, was shot and killed in Jasper County by a Jasper County Sheriff's deputy during a routine traffic stop near the Illinois border. The details are still forthcoming. They say that he had a weapon on him, had a gun on him. They do not say that he was reaching for it or anything like that. There's no further details other than there was some sort of dispute that led to the officer shooting this man that was just released out of prison and pardoned by President Trump, as he was a hostage by our government for walking through the Capitol building for 10 to 15 minutes. Now, I don't believe in coincidences anymore, just like you guys don't either. So something smells funny with this. I am going to wait and see the body cam footage. If they don't release it, I will myself ask for a FOIA request if I need to. But Matthew Huddle, 42, of Hobart, Indiana, shot and killed during a traffic stop in Jasper County, Indiana, just 1 week after being pardoned. This is the second person that's been harassed by police that was recently released out of prison thanks to the pardon of President Trump. Of course, this is the first person that was shot and killed, though. Eyes on. I'll keep you posted. Your voice.
So, people seemingly are being harassed. That's interesting. Now, I came across this other thing. I came across a lot of other things. Okay, I'm just going to try and show you guys this stuff. Here's another video. Now, this one is a little bit longer. It says, this is from Alpha Warrior. My initial thoughts on the officer involved shooting that ended the life of pardoned J6er Matthew Huddle. This will likely ruffle feathers, but it needs to be said. Accountability and truth matter more than comfort or loyalty to any side. If we don't demand transparency and integrity in all cases, whether it's from law enforcement, protesters, or anyone in between, then we are no better than the systems we claim to stand against. Justice isn't about size, it's about principles. Okay, this is from Alpha Warrior.
I'm just gonna listen. You guys you're hitting me up in the DMs. I understand why. You know, my background's in law enforcement, and I've been involved in 4 officer-involved shootings where the bad guy was shooting at me. And obviously, I have my story surrounding January 6th. So I get why everybody is hitting me up. For those that don't know, Matthew Huddle, 42 years old, was stopped yesterday, January 26, 2025, just after 4 p.m. By Jasper County Sheriff's Department in Indiana. During the traffic stop, from what we know, the officers found a gun on him, and then the immediate reporting is that there was resisting arrest, which led to an officer-involved shooting, which led to the death of Mr. Huddle. This is probably not going to be a popular opinion, and I'm probably going to get a bunch of angry messages from this, and that's okay. It ain't the first time.
Before he starts talking, he's saying this is going to ruffle feathers. So sit tight, but don't forget to go ahead and smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe, note all notifications. Stick around to the end because he's got some things to really, really say, guys.
But what you guys do know is that I always come correct. We're not BLM. I see a lot of people who I respect with large followings saying, you know, that they want to see an uproar. And that's just wrong. I want to see the body camera footage. I want transparency in this situation. I want the American people to lawfully and legally and with motivation to request that this body footage and investigation is handled as quickly, efficiently, properly as possible. But I'm not going to put an officer out there as a murderer, like I see some people saying, because we don't know. I don't know Mr. Huddle. I don't know the cop. I do know that these are titles and headings that I hope people aren't using for impressions and views, because we're talking about people's lives. Huddle, as if I'm aware correctly, has a brother, and I think his brother might be J6er too. That don't know how accurate that is. Regardless, he's got family. This cop has family. When the body footage comes out and we're able to review it, then I'll give an assessment of my opinion at that situation. But right now, what we have is headlines of an officer-involved shooting. It is standard practice for an officer to be put out on administrative leave pending the investigation. That just happens.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of you want to hear me say something different. And listen, I ain't going to do that. To be wrong on this matter right now could be extremely consequential to everybody. We have a responsibility to make sure that we get it right. We have people that trust us and rely on our opinions and analysis for so many things. And I think it is extremely irresponsible at this point to make it seem like a cop did murder. There's so many of you guys. Listen, I'm going to say it. A lot of you guys sound like these crazy ass fucking people on BLM. All cops are corrupt. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Sorry about the language.
There are cops on the daily that are risking their lives. It ain't perfect. It is by no means a perfect institution, but seriously, man. Like, some of you love chaos, and it fucking shows. We are 1 week into a new presidential administration, and it's going great. That doesn't mean we put on blinders, and that's not what I'm saying. But let's not create chaos when we don't even know what happened. If it turns out that this cop was doing, use of force, abuse under color of authority, then drop the hammer on him. I don't like dirty cops. Good cops don't like dirty cops. But if he did everything by the book and there was a legitimate resisting arrest, well, are we just going to abandon? Remember the thought process from back in the day? This is going to trigger some people. Fuck around and find out. Some of y'all didn't have any issue with that when it was people from a different cloth. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's the point here. Maybe some people are looking for more division. If Matthew is a legitimate victim, I hope his family holds his agency and that cop accountable for what happened.
Absolutely.
There's no solution here that's going to bring this man's life back at all. And it sucks that this is getting the kind of attention it's getting right now with literally the most minimum amount of information.
It's crazy.
When we do learn the facts of this case, people still ain't going to be happy. People have their position already, and that ain't the way it's supposed to work. So y'all can keep sending me the DMs. This is my answer on it right now. We don't know what happened. Listen, I understand the inability for people to trust law enforcement right now. Law enforcement has not done itself any favors, especially with its handling of COVID and everything else. I get it. But that doesn't mean that every officer involved incident in shooting is because the cop is corrupt. Like, come on, you guys. Be fucking responsible, man. You want my opinion? When the reports and the body camera footage comes out, or civilian evidence camera comes out, when we actually have evidence and reports of what's going on, you'll get my comment on what went down here.
All right, there you go. This is Alpha Warrior. This is on X, Alpha Warrior. Okay, you can find him there. What in the world? Okay, and I got something else crazy. I'm sorry. I saw this. I felt like you all would want to know. And it looks like I'm one of the first people to actually report on this. This doesn't look good. This looks like, I don't know. I guess we can give our opinions now that Donald Trump is in office. We're supposed to have free speech. But it looks like something very corrupt just happened here. This looked like something... I'm just trying to make it make sense in my head. Do y'all feel like this is something from Biden? I mean, he was just pardoned and they're supposed to be out of the way, the former administration. I don't know. As soon as the body cam footage comes out, as soon as more information is made available, I will get on another live and I will give you what I have. That is what I can say for right now. I mean, honestly. You guys don't forget to smash the like button, please. I'm going to look through some other things here. This again is from Alpha Warrior. Now this is the part that, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. All right. So, This is a post right here. It says, I want to see the body cam footage of Matthew Huddle and who the HE double hockey sticks is this sheriff they put on administrative leave. This entire narrative is a load of bull sugar honey iced tea, especially the crap about him resisting arrest is all a darn cover up. All right, this is dated today. All right, this is today. Updated information. Indiana State Police investigative officer involved shooting in Jasper County. Jasper County, at the request of the Jasper County coroner. This is the coroner. The following information is available for release. The deceased has been identified. Okay, we already know that. His family has been notified and an autopsy was completed this morning. Also, the following statement from Jasper County Sheriff Patrick Williamson. For full transparency, I requested the Indiana State Police to investigate this officer involved shooting. The officer that is involved has been placed on paid leave. We already know that, which is standard protocol. Our condolences go out to the family of the deceased, as any loss of life is traumatic to those that were close to Mr. Huddle. I will release the officer's name once I have approval from the state police. Okay? As soon as we have approval from the state police. Now, this is something else. This was very shortly ago. Now, this is from John M. Cameron, a J6er. It says, J6er Matthew Huddle was shot for resisting arrest. He wasn't the first. He was not. Now, this is what this man is saying. Again, this is John M. Cameron. He said, Matthew Huddle was not the first J6er shot and unalived. Tamara Towers Perry, 57, a medical doctor from West Seattle, seen in this video, was shot when served papers in October. Very little news or investigation coming from both. Okay, this is her right here. And again, the name is Tamara Towers Perry, 57, a medical doctor from West Seattle. Okay, let's see this.
Hi Patriots, it's Dr. Tammy and Nurse Melissa. We just stormed the Congress, and I'm going to tell you right now, it was wild. We stormed the Capitol, and here's why. We got in there, they started breaking down the windows, trying to let us in, and then we got sprayed with, I think it was either, well, it was orange, so it was pepper spray, and then they had some other white stuff, I think it was tear gas. So that was quite an experience for sure. We got out of there and we're a little congested and our eyes are burning, but you know what? Compared to what our founding fathers did, it's the least we can do. So God bless America. Joe Biden did not win. He's hopefully going to. God bless America.
All right. So that lovely lady, it says that was shot when served papers in October. Oh, boy. What in the world? What in the world? Oh, that man was alpha warrior. Oh, my goodness. This is crazy. You're saying, absolutely, America, we need accountability. I want a report on this cop history and the whole truth. Thanks. Looking good, Miss Linda. Thank you so much. If there is not transparency, this will get ugly. Why was he pulled over? Speeding. It said a routine traffic stop. It didn't say anything about him doing anything. It just said a routine traffic stop. The gun possession is the problem. Was he mentally stable to have one? I don't know. Maybe he knew something. More information has to come out. Indiana is a red state. Okay. Alpha Sigma Chi, laugh out loud. He's an alpha male. All right. Okay. Rogue cop. Yes, sister, yesterday, one J6 patriot gave a testimony that he has important information, which he would present soon if he's not unalived. All right, traffic stop is supposed to be traffic. So knowing he had a gun then shot requires more info. I'm sure there are many know-somethings in the J6ers. Yes. Dang. Yes, you live in Indiana. AJ Deal. You live in Indiana. Oh, wow. It is heartbreaking. Oh, this is what it has come down to. 98% that this was an act of will. I'll stop right there. Never put anything on social media. I know. Something seems to be up with the J6ers. They were treated unfairly with the way all were stalked. Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, I wanted them to be released. I mean, we all did, and then Beverly Beatty Williams was released, the pro-life protester in front of the abortion clinic. I showed you guys that live on Friday. It was like a good time. And then Monday, I got to come with this mess right here. I just want to let you all know what was going on, okay? In case you have not seen this, in case you haven't seen it, that's what's going on. You've seen all of this, and I've read you all of that, okay? Now, we got to switch gears. I did not want to let this day go by without acknowledging that this is Holocaust Remembrance, okay? This is Holocaust Remembrance Day. Just wanted to make sure that that was acknowledged. And if you're looking here at my screen, it says one photo, it tells an entire story. It started with hate, but it didn't end there. Today, we remember the 6 million men, women, and children murdered in the Holocaust. We promise to never stop sharing their stories. Look at this. Wow. Auschwitz, okay? All right, and here's another one. During the Holocaust, Ruth was deported by the Nazis to Auschwitz. She jumped from the train car and avoided the gas chambers. She then joined the partisans and fought the Nazis. This is Ruth with her granddaughter Opal, who is an officer in the IDF. Ruth won. How beautiful is that? So we're looking at a little more hopeful things right now. Ruth escaped the Holocaust. She escaped the gas chambers and went on to have children and grandchildren. This is her granddaughter, Opal. Wow, women in the military. Now, this is a good story. It says, this is one of the most beautiful moments you will ever witness. Sir Nicholas Winton helped 669 children, most of them Jewish, escaped the Holocaust. His humanitarian accomplishments would remain unknown and unnoticed by the world for nearly 50 years. Then in 1988, he was invited to the BBC TV show That's Life. There he sat unknowingly as part of the studio audience, surrounded by the children he had rescued. They were now adults. Can you imagine? He was surrounded by the children he rescued, and they're now adults. Then they surprised him with one of the greatest gifts of all time, their presence. They were there, all alive. These children who are now adults were there, all alive, because God used him. Not only was he reunited with dozens of children he had saved, but he was also introduced to many of their children and grandchildren. Please remember Sir Nicholas Winton for his humanitarian operation known as the Czech Kinder Transport. Sir Nicholas George Winton, a British stockbroker and a gift to this planet, left us on July 1st, 2015 at the age of 106. May his memory forever be a blessing and inspiration to all. Please share. International Holocaust Day cannot be forgotten, but many are working to make that happen.
And I should tell you that you are actually sitting next to Nicholas Winton.
Oh.
Thank you. I wore this around my neck, and this is the actual pass that we were given to come to England and another of the children that you saved.
Oh, that's precious.
Can I ask, is there anyone in our audience tonight who owes their life to Nicholas Winton? If so, could you stand up, please?
That is amazing.
Oh.
Wow, that was amazing. Wasn't that just, oh, that was a little emotional. He helped save all those people. They were children, and now they're adults with children and grandchildren. And all those people stood up. Oh, that was so touching with that music. Oh my gosh. So glad I found that one. But you all, oh, we got so much to pray for. You know, we prayed and fasted today for those of you who could. Y'all know it's a struggle. I like to eat. In case you don't know, Linda B has to work out a lot just so I don't become a 250-pound person at just over 5'6". So I'm going to read your comments now. Let's pray that the will be caught soon and peace for all, including the Holocaust survivors. Yes, there's still some out there. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. George Soros, isn't he a Holocaust survivor? I know we don't like that name. Remember Corrie ten Boom? There was another one. We can remember. Oscar Schindler. That's what his name was. Oscar Schindler. And there was another lady. They made a movie about her. I can't think of her name. It was a TV movie. She married one of the Holocaust Jews. She was a nurse. I cannot think of her name. If you can think of it, please do. I'm reading your comments. We all could learn from each other's histories and use it to keep doing better. Absolutely. Yes, Leslie Renee, tender moment. Wow, incredible. I saw this. You saw this on your ear. Isn't it beautiful? I love things like this. You guys can tell that I'm an actual sap. I love this. Oh, that's just amazing to see that happen. I just wanted to end it on a beautiful note. I mean, Holocaust is bad, right? Horrible. Some people are out there saying that it didn't actually happen, but it actually did. But I can't think of that lady's name. My Christ over career shirt. I got it from my manager. George Soros was paid money to turn his neighbors. He admitted it. He said it was to survive. Yes. Yes, we have to wait for facts, guys. Oh, my goodness. I am thanking you guys so much for joining me on this live stream, this crazy news, J6ers. I hope this doesn't keep happening. Something needs to be done. But in the meantime, Donald Trump is out there doing all that he can, literally working. He's been the president for just over a week. And in the meantime, you've got Mexican cartels targeting planes, taking back the illegals back to their country of origin. In Mexico, the cartels are supposedly targeting the planes. You've got that going on. You've got people refusing to comply. Donald Trump has sit down 25,000 or requested to have 25,000 more National Guardsmen to the border. All of that's going on too, guys. But in any event, thank you guys so much for watching. Now, please don't forget to smash that like button. I need you guys to smash like. I'm trying to grow my channel. I encourage you all to really make sure you like my video and also share it and all the things and try to watch all my videos, please. I really appreciate you for doing that. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers and I need you guys to help me do that. You got to promise you got to help me do that. So my videos can push out more. But in any event, I got my Vince Everett Ellison interview that I will push it out Wednesday, January 29th, just in a couple of days at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on this channel. Chat with me, Linda B, on YouTube. Also catch me on locals.com for censorship-free content. It's in the link in the description. You really need to check me out on Locals, Rumble, all the places. Well, that's it for today's video. You guys, thank you so much for supporting me again. So much. You all are amazing. You are amazing. Oh, thank you, Michelle. You said you just subbed, first time here. Welcome aboard. We're called the Warriors, and we do pray a lot, and sometimes we fast. But that's not necessary to do that, but we do that for those who wish to do so. And you are welcome, Michelle. Welcome, everybody. Welcome our new subscriber, Michelle. All right. Thank you so much. And I try to do several videos a day. It's a lot of hard work, but I appreciate your support. All right, you all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America. And as I always say, march on, warriors. Good night, everybody.